So Neko is basically a more active version of a Ned rig. It's got a lot more action to it. It's still the same upright posture. It's like a hybrid Wacky, weighted Wacky, and the idea is that you can impart more action than you can with a standard Ned. So the Japanese have been fishing a Neko rig for many years. They used to use a nail weight instead of a standard Neko weight, but it's basically a Wacky rig with a weight on one end of the bait, generally a worm. Here I'm throwing a Zoom trick worm. You can throw anything like a Finesse Worm, Yum's Finesse Worm. It's a deep water finesse presentation. You can fish it on lighter line. Yeah, I've got it rigged on a medium action rod, your general workhorse kind of spinning reel, and it works best around deep water humps. Anywhere you'd fish a shaky head or a Ned rig, you can fish this, especially when the fish are just a bit more active. So you don't really have to impart too much action with your rod. You can shake this bait, and as you shake it, it's going to get that tail to move. What's nice about it is it doesn't tend to hang up that much, because at the end of your worm you have a weight that just gets buried. It doesn't actually pull into rock as you would a shaky head, which is attached to your bait, and that's the first thing that's going to hit. So yeah, like we're fishing an extremely sheer bank, plenty of chunk rock to get stuck in. It's a nice way to fish without getting hung up. So all I'm doing is I'm just lifting the line so that I feel a bit of pressure, and you can just keep it moving off. So let me give you a quick breakdown of how this rig's made. So what you're going to need to make this rig is a Wacky hook, a Wacky tool with some O-rings, a Finesse worm of sorts, so a Zoom trick worm, and then Damiki's Neko sinker. So let's put it together. So what you want to do is you want to take your finesse bait, your finesse worm, put it all the way in, grab an O-ring, so with a trick worm there's two ways you can rig it. You can rig it from the flat side or on its round side, and also you can rig it towards the head section or slightly to the middle. So I've just put that O-ring onto the middle there. I'm going to insert my weight. So these weights have barbs as that function as a keeper to stop them from falling off when you cast them or when you're fishing around rock. Push that all the way in, and then all you need to do, if you want a bit more action, you can put it more to the head, put your O-ring more to the head. If you want less action, put it more to the center of the bait. And all you do is you take your Wacky hook. Let's go for a slightly more aggressive presentation. And that's your rig right there.